Morning peeps. Little bit of a different video today. Sorry about, I'm in the swimming pool, so I'm just chillaxing. I just wanted to talk about a video I did the other day about buying or renting or whatever here. I've recently been just chatting with a guy online. I know the guy. I've just not seen him for a while because he's up north and he only comes down to Manila now and again. I think he lives just outside Pampanga actually, but he used to be in Manila. He used to have a condo down here, so I met him quite a long time ago, just in a bar, and just one of them guys you chat with now and again. Now, I mentioned in a video other day, I think at a certain age you shouldn't be buying land. Really, I really don't. I think you're a lot better off leasing, and this is sort of I'm going to say a follow-up to that, but a little bit of a justification as well. So now what's happened with this guy? Now, I don't know his total history because I've just not asked. I only know what he's told me, so if I leave something out it's because I don't know. But what I can say is he's around 65 years old, because I remember, and it's before, around the beginning of COVID or just before, he was out celebrating one night because he'd reached 62 and he was getting some pension or something. He's an American guy from the States, SS or whatever it is you call it, I'm not sure. So I'm going to say he's now 65, maybe 66, something like that. Anyway, he married a Filipina. Now I'm going to say probably 6-7 years ago, I think, something like that. I've never met her, don't know what she's like, don't even know her age. It's just something I've never asked him. You know, just when I'm having a beer with him, he told me that they were married and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so they bought some land, I think it's just north of Pampanga. He did tell me the name of the place, but, or was it south? Fernando or something beginning with F? Anyway, it's up that way. And they bought the land and they built a house. Now, I remember him telling me they paid around 2 million peso for land and the house cost them around 3. So, you know, 5, probably going on 6 million by the time you're finished with all incidentals and taxes and shit like that. I'm smoking as well, guys, me IQOS, just a minute. Now, one thing a lot of guys don't talk about here is everyone seems to talk about when I die, I want to make sure my girlfriend's got something, my wife's got something, you know, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she died. From what I can gather, it's about a year ago she actually died. So this story is a little bit late, but I was just messaging with him and he was just giving me some information. Now, it's sort of up shit creek due to, let's say, her family members. But we also said we're very nice people. He's helped him with tuition and other things, and whenever he can, they've always helped. Weddings and things like that, and great family. But apparently not anymore. Basically, they want him off this land within the next 3 months, and he's got a letter from the solicitor to basically tell him that he's got his own lawyer and there's a bit of a battle going on now. Now, he is actually coming down to Manila because he's got to also downgrade his visa, which I didn't mention before, back to a tourist visa. And because he's going on a tourist visa, he can't own the land. Anyway, so he's in a little bit of a dire situation. I mean, he's laughing about it, but I can imagine underneath there's a little bit of hatred there. But her family members, brothers, and she's got brothers and sisters and all this stuff. And obviously the land was in her name because a foreigner can't own it. So he's got to get off that land, unfortunately. So he's he's coming down to sort his visa issues out, and he's got to go back to just being a tourist and coming and going and renewing his visa every month, 2 months, 6 months. So he's a little, well, he says he's not really pissed off. Now, do I believe that or not? I was certainly a lot more angry than him. But I just think it's something you've got to think about, guys, you know. I mean, I did mention it in my other video. You know, when you get to a certain age, why do you want to buy acres of land or anything like that? You can lease it in your name. I don't care about your wife, your girlfriend, how much you are in love with that. That's got nothing to do with it. It's about you. And also providing a better life for you and your girlfriend or your wife if you've got that money in the bank, not on a piece of paper and having to cut the grass every month. So it's just something to think about, guys. You know, I have mentioned it before and I'll stick by it. Over a certain age, and I'm going to say mid-50s onwards, I wouldn't buy any land here. No chance. You know what I mean? One, you're starting to get too old to work it. And I know it's only cheap to get someone in. It all eats into your budget. If you're paying 350, 400 peso a day and they're working 6 days a week, it soon disappears. I don't know why you don't just rent, find a decent, either just a house, a condo, or, like I said, lease some land with a house on it, or at the worst case, lease some land and build a small house. You know, just spend 1.5, 2 million, you'll get an unbelievable house for that price. But at least keep your money in the bank and enjoy it. You know, travel around, because for what he's just been telling me, and I know he's giving me smiley faces and things, but I don't think I'd be that happy. And I mean, it's not his wife's fault or anything like that, but it's a common occurrence here. Family jump out at network, and woodwork, and you can be screwed. And that sounds like what's happened to him. So it sounds like he's just going to walk away from it. I mean, even the lawyer, apparently he's had some barangay meetings and family get-togethers, and he's actually offered to lease the land from them. They can have it until he dies, and then it's theirs to do whatever they want, but apparently they want it quicker, so they're not open to that. Now, even he was telling me his lawyer said that's a perfect solution, you know, try and sell that to him. It didn't work. He got the barangay involved to try and sell that solution. That didn't work either. So obviously they just either want to get their hands on it and sell it, or move in there themselves, and that's what they've told him, they want to move in there. So is basically screwed, you know, and it sounds like he's going to now just give up because the lawyer's costing him that much money. Apparently it's been going on now for 12 months, and he's just decided enough's enough. So you can say that 5-6 million is spent now, has gone. So that's it, guys. It's just a quick one on that. It's just something to think about. I would definitely advise anybody 55 upwards, just don't buy any land. You know, I really wouldn't, because I don't know how old his wife was. I don't know whether she just died or an accident. You know, it's just something I didn't really want to ask. But he's coming down to Manila again in a couple of weeks to do something with BI, to do with his visa. So I'll meet up and have a beer with him. But just be careful, guys. You know, it can happen, and he's really surprised because of how good the family have always been. He thinks it fell lucky because he'd heard that many stories. So it just goes to show you, you never know. Alright guys, that's it, just a quick one. I'm going to get back to me floating around in the swimming pool like a beach whale, and I'll catch you later. Cheers, bye bye.